Vanette 5000 series. I'm in a mobile home park in Vigby, Loch Ryan in Scotland, and it was quite expensive. But of course, to cut a deal with Scottish people is not that easy. I mean, I am stingy, but I think they would eat someone else's crap so they can stay save their own. But anyway, that's just a little side joke. Now, so I've seen this Vanette propane fed gas hob in that caravan I'm staying in, and I just thought I'd take the opportunity to introduce it to you guys. It had some interesting features. I mean, obviously it's pretty Scottish color wise, so we can definitely let's just the light, but whatever I do is not right. Um, but I think fair enough. So the first feature which I like that needs to be said is this grid here. It has a cutting um, line. So if you can see it that way, so it's evident how to put it. You can't really put it the other way around, but you can. But then it's not gonna be stable. It's hanging over here, and if you put it that way, this is just as bad, because on one side it's not possible to put in the middle. So you need to be extreme dumb. A lack I learned to do it the other way around. So this is, and furthermore, if you put it the other way around, you're not gonna be kind of in the middle. So this kind of is nice to be in the middle, isn't it? Right. So turn that back. So this is good. This is good. This is kind of stable. It has an edge here, so it's rather stable. Now, what's next? Let's remove these burners. Plenty of dirt here, of course. I mean, Airbnb for 1,400 pounds for 2 months off season in September and October. But they've got you by your balls. If you want to travel to Scotland, this is what you get. And I think £700 a month for this is an absolute rip-off. But it's not her fault. She's a good businesswoman, and I was desperate to kind of come here and pick some mushrooms. So it's all worked out. But here we have one of the biggest and most annoying mistakes this company did. Look at the filth. Look at the filth. Airbnb. You know what I'm saying? But if you complain, then they say, "Oh, it's not really such a big deal. It's nobody can see that." Well, nobody can see that, but you're gonna get the cholera or the pest if you kind of cook on this thing. But to come back to the essential and to the real thing here, the real topic, rusty screws as well. So it's pretty badly built, because normally you should use some stainless steel screws here, because you've got grease, you have oil, vegetables, fruities, you cook whatever, they have acid, if everything, and of course the cleaning products. Well, this hasn't seen any cleaning for a long time, yeah. But normally, so that's just to shove it in there. But that's normally, I mean, normal people, decent people. I mean, look at that, look at that. Wow, that is awesome. But decent people would kind of clean it. Here, that is the only screw which is not rusty, because a big lump of fat just flow on it, or resisted on it, and ever since it's fixed, so it kept the screw unrusty, because no oxidation on anything can penetrate. Those are hexagon. No, torque. Sorry, there's a Torx. I don't know which millimeter. But the biggest problem here with this oven, and this really that really, really sucks and annoys me a lot is the fact that you don't have a piezo lighter. Let me leave it up. A piezo sparker, and this is extremely stupidly designed, because we talk about 2022. Now I don't know when that was fixed, but I'm not, the way it looks, I don't, either people didn't cook on it a lot, or it wasn't, or it wasn't fixed too long time ago. But what I'm on about here is, it's very simple. Every time you put on the flame, you need to push it down, and then with an extra tool, which is always a pain in the wozzo, because either it runs out of gas, or it doesn't work, or you misplace it somewhere and you can't find it. So when you quickly have to put the fire on, you need another item instead of having a button here. I mean, look how dumb it is. It's already kind of a button here. Why the hell just put it, make it black and stand out? Put a little piezo in with a 1.5 volt AA battery, or two AAAs, and then and eventually it will come on. But it's nothing like that. It's nothing like that. Look, the gap is even here, but maybe that took it out because they're so cheap, so stingy, those coats, some of them. But I love them. No, I love those coats really. I'm just making jokes because they like to crack jokes about us as well, so I might as well. So anyway, anytime you need to put it on, you have to hope that your lighter works. You have to stay on it for a little while, and then you release it. It's not put on correctly, as you can see, because the flame is. Let me take the light off so you can see the flame is not. The flame shouldn't be that way. The flame shouldn't be that way. It should be nice, and. But it's possibly because it's filthy, so I'm not gonna bother about that. So this is something which I do not appreciate at all. Now what's happening here, to explain, when you put on that flame, this is a fire and heat sensitive switch in this respect, and when the fire hits this, the fire comes out here and hits this is switching on, releases some sort of mechanism, and the flame stays on. This is really, really nice and really, really good and essential, because if you don't have this, you're gonna have a problem. And let me show you. Maybe let me show you on the small one, not to blow up that caravan. Right. Now I can release, it's on. But now what happens, check it out. Let me do that in the dark. So check it out. Gas is coming. Gas is coming. You can hear? Still coming. Still coming. Still coming. And now it's switched off. And this is crucial, guys. Because if that mechanism is not there, and for some bizarre reason the flame goes out, or the pot overboils, water goes in the flame, and the flame gets off, and you don't have this mechanism, it fills the whole house with gas, and when you come home, immediately you don't feel the gas straight away. You put on the light switch. The light switch is gonna make a little spark, and you're gonna blow to the caravan so far that it possibly overtakes Elon Musk's Tesla, which has Bowie's song still singing in here. There's a wide west star in the sky. I think he lost his mind as a starship. Okay. All right. Okay. Stop it. Stop singing, man. Right. So, as far as I'm concerned, this is the nicest feature. And maybe the color, if you like this poison, is poison green. Right. Now, let's move a little bit. Let's move this camera so you have a better view. These are very nicely designed, I must admit. It's completely visible. It's eminent, evident. You have the 4. This one is that. This one clearly marked is the big one. Push it down, on, fire, and hold it until it clicks. This one we had is already the small one, and this one is the left top. Nicely designed, although I would prefer if it would be engraved and then painted, because if I do a lot of cleaning, in this case for this lady, that's not an issue because she's not doing any cleaning. But for normal people who do a lot of cleaning, even that new sticker is still on. Let me remove it. So as I said, that was possibly putting not that far, how you say, not that far, not is not correct, not that long ago, or people didn't clean at all for years. So these are removable. Again, really bad design for screws, or rusty. This one doesn't even have screws. All right, now that's weird. Oh, wow. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I got it. So these 4 screws hold the whole unit into place, so that obviously they don't need to have any. Again, wrong choice of screws by this company. Should be stainless steel. This is a lot of grease, oxidation, a lot of acids from fruits and veggies penetrating in here, and to remove the screws is impossible. If you need to fix this, you have to cut the screws off. You can remove that is maybe the only one you can. This you have to drill out. Then it's just a pain in the neck. I mean, very bad design, cheap design, not well thought through. And also, on those, I definitely would prefer to have the numbers. People connecting to numbers much easier than to dots. Yes, I appreciate that it says here big flame, small flame, no flame. Makes complete sense to me. But I think for an elderly person, it would have been much nicer to have some numbers. Right. Now I am not sure, but I beg to believe that this glass wall here, which you see in a minute, came with this equipment. Now this is real glass. This is definitely real glass, which is very, very dangerous to put it on a place like this. And I'll tell you why. Because look, the wall. This is not even plasterboard. This is it's some sort of polyethylene or something. Now, if you were to push this hard enough, it's gonna crack in the middle, because look, it has a belly. Look, if you push it. So all in all, for me, this has 2 decent features, 2.5. This grid, this is cool. The sensor, which is, I mean, it's not a big deal. Every single one of them should have it, but I came across some which didn't. So these days you have to appreciate everything that you get for free, right? So the little sensor which I said it switches the gas on, because look what happens as well. If you just listen. If I want to put that on, but it doesn't touches the fire, so I don't put the fire in, look what happens. It won't stay on. It won't stay on until the fire hits that sensor to send a message to the mechanics to release the fire. Not to release the fire, to keep the fire on. So the features. This is very good, very nice, because this evident straight away. That sensor and the half point I give to this, because this is it's clearly done. Now, if you start rubbing it a lot, I'm pretty sure it's gonna come off. But this lady doesn't need to have any worries about that, because she's a bit filthy. Well, maybe dirty, but I mean the filthy I wouldn't even mind, but not with the cooking. If you have filth in the kitchen but you don't cook and it's not on the floor, what I'm saying, then it maybe can work positively. So all in all, thank you very much for watching, to learn something, and share, like, comment, and at that stage, au revoir.